if you are a person who is listening to this podcast, I am pretty sure that you have heard about healing, 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 healing at least a bare minimum of 50 to 100 times. Many people are saying it to you, and you clearly don't know where to start. Or maybe you know where to start, but the people around you are not reciprocating. Either ways, we feel stuck, or you feel stuck. Everybody feels stuck. Everybody needs a starting point, and everybody needs some motivation and inspiration. Simple enough. So, today in this episode, we are talking about what healing is, how simple it is, and how you can take it to a next level with simple exercises and tools. So, come on, let's get involved. I just wanted to talk about what healing is. See, healing is like this onion. Very simple. It has a lot of layers. It has a lot of cracks, crevices, all those things. And see, each layer might have dirt. And then there is this part which nobody uses and nobody wants. So that is how it is. In this particular example, this particular part is bad, is rotten. What do? Can you take it out? No, of course. You have to suffer it through. Nahin to, you have to take this out. Right? So the whole point is that everything comes in layers. It all depends on how you actually take care of your business. Get it? So the point comes down to very simple terms. Are you ready to take out one by one, each layer at a time? And it is not something that you can just take it like this and just finish it off. Healing is something what you take time. You take meticulous time from your schedule or in your schedule to actually observe and understand what each layer compromises of. It can be either emotional needs, physical needs, mental needs, psychological, whatever you want to call it, let it be. But it takes a lot of time and it does take a toll on people. So the whole point is that there are certain elements in your life that you either want to keep or you either can just, hide. But the ultimate aim of healing is not to provide any satisfaction to you or others. The ultimate aim of healing is that you understand your life's purpose so that you can actually align your goals, your achievements, everything, and say at one point of day that yes, I did that. And whatever flaws that people tell you have, they are just layers which you have not considered, or layers that you have not considered to embrace or enhance. So if suppose somebody tells that you have a problem in this particular area, let's say emotional attachment, it is not a problem unless you realize it, right? Or unless somebody tells you it is. So what do? Simple enough. You take action. You understand what you require. You take action for it. And then simply let the world and the universe help you to figure it out. It's not rocket science. We as psychologists are here simple enough to help you go through the process. Maybe ease the pain. And that is not our ultimate aim. I'll be very honest. It's something like it is something like what you do on your own. We are mediums, we are facilitators, that I agree, and that I can agree to, and I vouch for that. Our ultimate aim is to help you through the course. That's all. So, c'est la vie, let it be whatever it is. But the whole point is that once you heal, you understand that you miss out on things in life, and you miss it out for no reason. Just because you were very adamant that you wouldn't change. But once you start embracing life in its own ways, it's easy for you to understand that, this could have been easily taken care of if I had done this. That kind of understanding comes when you start to heal. Only when we finish certain tasks, we get the more understanding. I could have done this in a much better way. I could have done this in that way. I could have done this in this way. It's all part of the statement. It's all part of the play. At the end of the day, it's not about whether you chose or whether you did not. It's about whether you enjoy the process, be it sadness, be it happiness, be it anything for that matter. Did you enjoy the process? Did you understand anything from it? And what is a lesson that you learned that can help you out in future if a similar circumstance comes? So that is what I'm saying. Healing is nothing but life lessons that you learn, that you can understand, that you can understand people, understand yourself, all those things. Very simple cheese, very simple things. It's as if that you can actually understand your life path better. The more you resist it, the more same patterns keep repeating for no reason. The same people, the same circumstance, whatever you do, you try to take away from the equation. It does not work. So the whole point of healing, I've been saying healing a lot, right? Yeah, this is a video on healing. The whole point of healing is that it's very simple if you let it be simple enough to help you out. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard. Everybody talks about healing as very simple. It's not. It's a self-discovery process. See, scientists are keeping discovering many things. So, at the end of the day, part of yourself that you never knew or you knew that existed, let's call it the shadow, the mask, the unconscious, whatever you want to call it, address it whatever you want. But at the end of the day, it's just self-reflection in action, by the way. So, one point of advice that I want to tell you is that no matter how much ever you keep it inside, one day it is about to pop. It will pop. So it is better to deal with it. And one of the reasons why I see a lot of divorce cases, a lot of problems in families, a lot of problems in relationships, is that people don't know how to respect boundaries because they don't know how to respect themselves. And it's not, technically, it is not their problem till they don't know, but once they know, it is their problem. You have to take responsibility for all your actions. That is the hard part, right? Taking responsibility. Whatever be it, whatever said and done is done. You can apologize, you can forgive. If you can't ask for forgiveness, forgive yourself in your mind. Forgive yourself. Give compassion. Don't feel the shame and guilt, and don't attach shame and guilt to it. It does not get you anywhere in life. And by the way, this is not my apartment. So the whole point is that unless and until you understand how things work out and how things others view as a problem in you, you can't do anything about it on a general scale. But you definitely can once you start self-reflecting. It's about sitting with your feelings, it's about sitting with your thoughts. Understand that ultimately you can control your thoughts, you can control your emotions, you can control your behavior. That process takes a lot of time, but how much time it needs to be taken, it has to take, that is in your hands. That exactly is in your hands. So if you want a fast process, you can speed it up. If you want a slow process, you can speed it down, however you want. But the whole point is that you need to make an effort at the end of the day. Nothing much, nothing more. That's all what I have to say about healing. And it is I just used a curse word, but ultimately the point of healing is that if you are willing to change, the universe will support you, the universe will conspire for you, for it to happen. And it does work, and I'm not kidding, it does work. The whole point is that you need to give yourself a chance. Stop blaming, stop having, and stop making chaos out of nonsense. Just make sure that you actually spend time with yourself, you actually spend time with your feelings, spend time with the understanding on how you can actually change things. Change is constant. Keep that in mind. Change is always constant. So the whole point is that you have to make sure that you are there to embrace that change and make sure that you want to prepare yourself for change. It's like the farmer and the field. The whole point is that you need the farm to be tilled. You need the farm to be made very fertile, right? So you have to go through a certain process in life which will help you embrace change much better. So that's the whole point. Cool? Bye. So as I was saying, healing is nothing but self-reflection. So what is self-reflection? Self-reflection is nothing but understanding each and every aspect of your life. So let it be your behaviors, let it be your thoughts, your emotions, emotions or feelings, however you want to call it. So it all depends on how you can analyze and interpret each part of your behavior or each part of that aspect. So suppose you have some anger issues, or maybe some emotional issues, or maybe some relationship attachment issues, whatever be it. The whole point is that you need to understand the first thing that matters, the patterns. What is the pattern that is repeating again and again and again? Once you understand that pattern, you will be able to work out on a solution. What people mostly don't understand is that they go through all these situations in life and they keep blaming others. He did that, she did this, it's because of that, this is the problem. But the whole point is that you don't recognize patterns. Once you understand, there are certain aspects that you can say that it is because of them. There is a huge aspect that is because of us, because of yourself. So understanding the pattern would actually give you a more upper hand in creating a more sustainable life. So start by understanding what are your trigger situations. Start by understanding what your emotions are at each point of time. Understand on a daily scale how much of the happiness emotions you had, how much of the sadness types of emotions you had. Understand how much type of grief situations you had. Grief is part of sadness, but grief is unproductive. I wouldn't say it is unproductive, but choosing to be in grief is unproductive. So understanding that on a daily basis would actually make you more observant in life, and it is more freeing. If you don't understand right now, you will probably if you start. So make sure you try, and I wouldn't say a lot, just try this small basic thing. Take a diary, okay? You take a diary, okay? What you do is take a new page, write down what all things that you actually felt that day. Suppose you felt content. Suppose your wife or your husband said, "Oh, today you look really good." That word might give you a little bit of sense of security. So that sense of security is also happiness. So write sense of security, happiness, write it. Try identifying all those things together in a daily basis. You will understand that you will have more of happiness than sadness. Otherwise, maybe you are choosing to be in the sadness state. So make sure that you actually identify things. People feel that they don't deserve happiness, or people feel that they deserve happiness and still they don't get it. That is because there is some kind of a pattern that is actually repeating. So unless and until you really put an effort to get out of the pattern, it will not change. So make sure you actually put in a lot of effort. And when I say a lot of effort, it's not a lot of effort. It's only very little, very little. How much money do you need to give or spend if you need to check your emotion state? How much time and effort do you need to put into understanding what is triggering me? Simple enough. You complain about it, you vent about it to others, you bitch about it to others, right? How much time will it take to write it down? And once you write it down, that is the last time that you will ever speak bad about it. Promise yourself that. That is the last time that you will ever feel bad about it. After that, you're done. Okay? Done means done. You move into the solution, you don't stay in the problem. So identify your patterns, build a beautiful life. Bye. See you.